Now, there are false teachings out there that say that no true Christian will ever apostatize. And there are also people that believe that if they do apostatize, then they lose their salvation. Now, this is what I call the way of thinking according to pseudo-Christianity. These are, false brethren coming up with this garbage. Because number one, you have to have faith in Christ in order to fall away from that faith. If you were never saved to begin with, you have no faith to fall away from. It makes no sense. It's illogical. Number two, you can't lose your salvation no matter what you do. A person can fall away from the faith. A person can stop believing. A person can forsake God, and he's still saved. Now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils. Now I believe that apostasy is not an arbitrary thing. It doesn't just accidentally or haphazardly happen. I believe that it's something that's caused by a demonic force. That's why it says seducing spirits and doctrines of devils. And there are many ways that people can apostatize or apostatize, to say it either way. Number one is they stop believing correctly. They start believing some false teaching. Okay. Number two, they would just stop believing altogether. And then, of course, number three, they just get to where they're so backslidden, they're so far into sin, they've recidivated back to a sinful lifestyle to the degree that they don't even care about God and the things of God, and that would be another form of it. Okay, this sermon is entitled, The Truly Saved Don't Later Reject Eternal Security. Now, I'm not saying that you have to keep believing in eternal security as a condition for salvation. I'm simply saying that if you are saved, you will keep believing in it, just as you keep believing that your name is, whatever your name may be. I can't imagine some guy waking up in the middle of the night saying, I'm no longer Brad. These things just don't happen. But according to these unsaved false prophets out there, they can happen with theology. For a person to used to believe in eternal security, but now they no longer believe in it. Well, I don't buy it. Now, hypothetically speaking, if a person was saved by the true gospel, and they embraced eternal security, and then they stopped believing in it, they are still saved. But I'm going to explain why that's really not the case with most of this garbage on YouTube. Okay, the reason why I say this is because these people come to my channel, they come to a lot of channels that are free grace, and they keep vehemently attacking us, denying what we teach, fighting it, and they are trying to convince us that they were at one point free gracers. Now here's how I know it's not true. I have condemned these people to hell over and over and over again to the point of weariness, and they have not one time defended their salvation. It's because they don't have salvation.